and which see. The given question is this, and next we have a diode which is, and this R is nothing as I something said. What is the question? Following condition satisfied order signal. What is the satisfied? So the right or RC is equal or RC is equal to C or the last option among this four options we need to get which condition is satisfied. So from the above choice, clearly understand it deals about talks about time constant circuit or time constant. So, let me first tell you about ideal working pattern then answer. So the what is the analog signal? So which varies from pi, pi to 2 pi and goes. Okay. So what is the full cycle? Your 2 pi is together called your full. And again I'm dividing that half cycle pi by 2, pi by 2 pi. Okay. So this is how your graph will be. So now first we must check at what time period capacitor is charged. Okay. So your V is your input and let us name it as okay, this as your V is equal to sin omega. Because it is a sinusoidal V is sin omega t. Okay. So now we need to check at what condition diode is forward bias and when it is okay. So see, look at the signal. The anode is connected positive side. Okay, the anode is positive wave of the battery and the negative volt. Cathode is connected negative one. So obviously, so positive when we get a positive wave, your diode is off. When we get a negative wave, diode is on. Okay, diode acts as an open switch. Okay, so for a particular instant of time, that is when we get a range of 0 to pi by 2, get this range 0 to pi by 2, your diode is forward bias. Okay, so when the diode is forward bias, it acts as a closed, right? So what happens to this capacitor? The capacitor begins to charge. Okay, so what is the maximum charge? It charges to the maximum voltage. Okay, what is the maximum voltage? Its maximum voltage is Vm. Okay, so you are giving the positive and per cycle. So when you give this positive signal, what happens? Or when it gives a max, when the wave reaches maximum, the capacitor voltage starts the maximum value of Vm. Okay, and now I'm just going to split this into half, greater than Vm and minus than Vm. So now what is one wave? So the cycle is from Vm2, that is from pi by 2 to pi. Okay, so when the wave is from when the input signal is from pi by 2 to pi, what happens to the capacitance voltage? Okay, so your charging time is being charged at a very instant. It does not take a much time to charge. Okay, your capacitor charges very quickly. Okay, when you just switch on the circuit, your capacitor charges to a maximum voltage of Vm. Okay, and what about the discharging time? Your discharging time of your capacitor is very less, okay, very less from the cycle of pi by 2 to 2 pi. Okay, so when the diode is forward biased, it is called as what? The diode is called as an ideal diode, as we already know. And the forward resistance, okay, it is called as an ideal diode. And what is the forward resistance? And the ideal diode's internal resistance, so RF. So RF is 0. Okay. Okay. So that is the reason. That is your This is how your circuit signal goes on. So V is Vm sin omega t and forward bias. So your current goes like this, and your capacitor charges to a maximum value. So what is your time constant? Tau c. Tau c is equal to Rf to C. So since R is 0, your time constant is very low. It takes a very small time to charge the capacitor charge to a maximum value of Vm. Okay. Okay. So now what happens to time period of from pi by 2 to, see here, from pi by 2 to 2 pi. Okay, so from pi by 2 to 2 pi. Okay, so from pi by 2 to 2 pi, what happens over here? So now here at this point, the voltage at exactly at this point is minus Vm. Why it is minus Vm? A negative potential, the leaving potential you need to take out. So minus Vm, and here it is your leaving potential. Okay, so plus V. Okay, so you can write it as V. V is nothing but your input voltage. So you can write like this: Vi minus Vm. Okay, input voltage minus your maximum capacitor voltage. Okay, so now what is your value of Vi? Vi is nothing but Vm sin omega t. So we can write it as Vm sin omega t, and as you know, minus Vm. Okay, so now, why it is your diode has been open here? Because it is your reverse bias. Because for a negative cycle, your diode is an open switch. Okay, so it acts as an open switch. So this is your output voltage. So what is an output voltage you get over here is nothing but V naught is equal to V minus Vm. So V minus Vm is nothing but Vi minus Vm. What is Vi? Vi is nothing but Vm sin omega t minus Vm. Okay, so from this, what is the thing you have? This is your DC shifting. Okay, your this is your working of your clamper. So what is your level is being shifted? Your negative value, negative of Vm, minus Vm. So your this circuit operate as a clamper. This is how you identify that it is your clamping device circuit. Okay. Okay. So, so what is an answer? What is an answer we get over here? So, in this question, we are just discussing about your time constant. Now, what is the condition which does satisfy? So, the condition which satisfies is your discharging time is very much greater. Okay, RC is time constant. So, discharging time is very much greater than T. So, this is your answer. Okay, so as you all know, within one time constant of tau, the voltage across the capacitor increase or decreases by how much of percentage? 63.2 percentage. Okay, of its value. Okay, so so for this question, your correct answer is option D. Okay, your time constant is very much discharging time constant is very much greater than time period T. Okay, okay. We'll move on to the next question. Okay, this question comes under your GATE 2014. Okay, let me read out the question. In the figure, assume that a forward voltage drop to a PN diode D1 and the Schottky diode D2 are 0.7 volt and 0.3 volt. So, till this, what you have understood? Okay, so it is your diode. Okay, you have the two diodes in the circuit. D1 is a PN junction diode over here, and D2 is an Schottky diode over here, and D1 diode has an voltage like 0.7 and D2 is here 0.3. Okay, now if on denotes your conducting state of the diode and off denotes the non-conducting state of your diode, what is an option? Both are on, D1 is on and D2 is off, both are off, and D1 is off and D2 is on. So what they are asking is they have given the voltage over here. D1 is 0.7 and D3 is 0.3. They have given your voltage, operating voltage, and the values over total input voltage with the resistance they have given. Okay, and what is the condition at first instant of time? Which diode does it conduct? That is what your question. Okay, that is what the question. Whether D1 is off or on, whether D2 is off or whether both are off, or whether both are on, or whether it is and vice versa. This is what your question. Okay. So from the question, Michelle, from the given data, let us solve this problem. Okay, D1 is, okay, the D1, what is a diode? D1 is a PN junction diode with a cut-in voltage of 0.7. And this D2 is a Schottky diode with a voltage of 0.3. Okay, so what is this voltage range? This is nothing but your cut-in voltage. What is the meaning of cut-in voltage? The minimum amount of voltage which is being taken by a diode to operate in an on condition. Means in order to make the diode on, we need that much particular voltage. For PN junction diode, we need 0.7 voltage to make it on. For Schottky diode, we need 0.3 voltage to make that diode work. Okay. So that is what it has been given. Now let us check. Okay. So now if the given, what is a given input voltage? A given input voltage is 10 volt. Okay, and it is given through what resistance? It is given through a resistor 1k and 20k. Okay, so if you just compare over it, the very first thing here you need 0.7 and here you need 0.3. If you just switch on the voltage, first it takes 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. It gets you first, you get 0.3. Okay, so if this 0.3 voltage means what, then which diode conducts first? So 0.3 reaches the first, so automatically this Schottky diode reaches first. I mean Schottky diode is on first. Okay, that is D2 is on. Okay, that is what I have written over here. D1 is anode, D2 is anode, is connected to the positive side of the plus voltage. So both of the anode is connected to the plus voltage. Which diode has a less cut-in voltage? That conducts first. So D2 has a less cut-in voltage, so that conducts first. So D2 is forward bias. Okay. So D2 is forward bias before D1 is forward bias. Okay. So now let me find out what is an voltage of VD1. Okay. So apply a KVL, voltage division rule. I mean your KVL. So VD1 minus I into R. So resistance I into R minus 0.3. Okay. So what to now substitute the values to find out the value of VD1 is equal to, bring all the terms to the other side. VD1 is equal to IR plus 0.3. So I you need to find out. Okay. So the R you know 20 ohm and this is 0.3. So how you find I? I is, as you all know, I is equal to V by R. Okay. So what is V over here? Here you have 10 volt and here you have 0.3 volt. This is, we have considered this as open, right? So 10 volt and 0.3 volt divided by R, total resistance. See, this is your 1000 K, 1000 plus 20. So it is given as 1020. So when you just simplify it, VD1, it defaultly it has 0.7. So it tells that here exactly at this point you get 0.5 voltage, which is less than the cut-in voltage of this diode. So obviously this diode is off. So this diode is, Schottky diode is on and PN diode is off first. Okay, so that is your reverse bias. Okay, so what is an answer now? This is your answer. So D1 is off and D2 is on. At a very first instant of time, this is your state of the diode. So from this we just identified the answer and we can just select it as it is an option D. So D is D1, diode 1 is off and diode 2 is on. Okay, and this is your alternative method of solving the problem, this case one. You can just have a look on it. Okay. The next problem. Okay, this also comes under your GATE 2014 question paper. Okay, so the diode in the circuit shown, if V on is 0.7, okay, V is 0.7 volt, but in ideal, but it is ideal otherwise. If Vi is sine omega 5 sine omega t ohm, the minimum and the maximum values of V naught are. So what they are asking us to find the minimum output voltage and the maximum output voltage of this circuit. Okay, so from the given data, this is your given circuit. So what is the minimum voltage required for this diode to be on? Okay, 0.7. So I have just written 0.7. Okay. So from the given question, okay, so to make the diode on, we need a minimum of 0.7 voltage, I told you. And what is a required condition? We need to find out maximum value and a minimum value of your given inputs voltage. Okay, so what is an input signal? Vi is equal to 5 sine omega t they have given. Okay, they have given what? Vi is equal to 5 sine omega t. We need to find out what is an input voltage required. Okay. So what is your maximum value for sine omega t? Your maximum value. So minimum and maximum values are -1 and 1. Okay. When you just substitute it. Okay. So Vi minimum is equal to -5 volt and Vi maximum is +5 volt. So just check with the voltage. Okay, so minus 5. If I just give a minus 5 volt, anode is connected to the negative, so obviously it is open over here. So it is open. So if it is open, now what is where we take the output? We are just taking the output over here. So no current flows in your circuit. Okay, there is no current flows in a circuit. So directly output is minus 5 volt. Okay, V naught is your output is taken straight from the 1K. So output is minus 5 volt. Now, when it is your plus 5, so plus 5 means the diode is a closed loop. Okay, so now the diode is forward bias, so it acts as a closed loop like this. So what is an output voltage now? So write the equation. Okay, okay. So write the V naught minus I into R2 minus 0.7 minus 2 is equal to 0. So now find out, rearrange the expression, substitute the values, and as we did in the previous sum, now the same method. Okay, find the current I is equal to V by R. Okay, so V maximum is this 5, and this potential is, the potential at this point is 2.7. Okay, 2 plus 0.7, here is 2.7. So 5 minus 2.7 divided by R, this R. Okay, divided by the total R. Okay, 1K plus 1K, 2K. So your answer is 3.85. Okay, so what is the minimum value required? Minimum value is minus 5 and minus value is, maximum value is 3.85. So just check for the answer. So minimum is minus 5 and maximum value is 3.85. So if it is a germanium, it is 0.3. Okay. Okay, so it is an 0.7. What is your total current? Okay, so I, what is an, if they ask you to find the what is the current over here? Okay, so how will you find over here? I is equal to V by R. So 5 volt minus 0.7 volt divided by your total resistance. I is equal to V divided by R. So if you just substitute it, you can get your answer of current is 4.3 milliampere. Okay, and the next is your second example. This is your 0.5 volt, okay, which has been connected to a diode with a resistance. Okay, and the given, as I told you, if it is a silicon diode, you need 0.7, and if it is a germanium diode, you need 0.3 volt. Okay, so obviously just look at this here. I have just 0.5. So obviously if you get the maximum voltage, that will be reaches till 0.5 alone. So obviously your given type of diode is your your germanium diode with the cut-in voltage of 0.3. So we understood that 0.5 minus 0.3 divided by the same resistance. So obviously we have found out the current I. Okay, so these are the very simple problems. Okay, to make it very easy understanding of the diodes circuit, your solution, this problem has been explained. Okay, so this is your 5 volt and you have two diodes over here and this. So what is the total voltage across here? Here you need 0.7, and for this is this silicon 0.7. So total you need 0.7 plus 0.7, 1.4. Okay, so the current over here is 3.6 milliampere. So what is your output voltage? V is equal to I into R. So I have found out that 3.6 multiplied by the resistance 1K. So voltage is your load resistance. Okay, so multiplied by the resistance K. So your output voltage is 3.6 volt. Next problem. So here V1, V2 and V0 find. We need to find out V1, V2 and output voltage. Voltage across 4K and voltage across 3K and what is an overall voltage, and we need to find out the current I for the given circuit. Okay. So now the diode is on. So if the diode is on, this is your closed switch. Okay. Closed switch. How you say diode is on? Because this is your 0.7. We are, the input is given as 10. So obviously the diode is on. Anode is connected to the higher terminal, so different diode is on, it acts as a closer. So now apply the KVL. 10 minus V1 minus 0.7 minus V2 minus of minus 5 is equal to 0. So now substitute, what is V1? V is equal to I into R. So I into R 4K. So substitute I into R 4K. Similarly here I into R 3K. So I into R 3K. Now rearrange those equations and find the value of I. I is equal to 14.3 divided by 7K. So we have found that it is 2.04 milliampere. Okay, so now we have found the value of I. Now it is very easy to find out the values of what? V1 and V2 and the output voltage V0. What is V1? I into R. So I you know 2.04 milliampere into K4K, so it is 8.16 volt. And what is V2 now? The same I into R2. So that you know the same I and you know the R value of 3K. So you can just find out that 6.12 volt. Okay. So now what is your final output voltage? Okay. So the final output voltage is what? The final output voltage is this. Okay. So V naught is equal to this V2 minus of this phi. Okay. You'll be getting a doubt over here. Okay. You'll be getting a doubt over here because why we are subtracting this. Okay. Here look at the potential what is given over here. We have given a minus 5 voltage. Okay, so we are the output voltage is nothing but the point here and between the point here. So it is been given as V naught is equal to V2 minus this. Okay, total drop. So V naught is equal to 6.12 minus 5. So output voltage is 1.12 volt. Okay, this type of problem I have taught you already. The fifth problem, the same model problem. Like there we used an Schottky diode. Okay, Schottky diode and a normal diode. Here it is here both are the same diodes. Both are identical. Okay, why find the output voltage V naught? The current here the current I is we need to find current I ID1 ID2 for this given. So we need to find out how many parameter, 4 parameter output voltage, current I, ID1, the current across diode 1 and current across diode 2. Okay, so it's very easy. Okay, so the redraw the circuit with its minimum voltage value 0.7, 0.7. So what is now let us find the current I. So potential here this 0.7. So 10 minus 0.7 divided by the K. So you can find out the value of I. So assuming both the diodes are identical, so I is equally divided. The current is equally divided. So I equally divided means you have found out 9 by 9.3. There are no resistance, nothing over here. So this current is equally divided because it is of same voltage. So divide by 2. So ID1 is 4.65 and ID2 is also 4.65. Okay. So we have found out I as 9.3 milliampere and 4.65 milliampere is ID1 and ID2 is also the 4.65 milliampere. Okay, and the next what is an output voltage? Output voltage is the parallel voltage across this. So here the drop is 0.7. So obviously your output voltage is 0.7. Okay. The next problem, find the output voltage V naught. Okay, both the diodes are not identical. Okay, here they have given both the diodes are not identical. Okay, so if you just look at this circuit, okay, so 12 volt is been then it has been divided into two equally. I mean, you have two diodes which has been connected parallelly over to that circuit. One is silicon diode and one is germanium diode. As you all know, silicon diode you need 0.7 cut-in voltage and germanium is 0.3 cut-in voltage. Okay, so what is an first a diode which gets conduct whether germanium and silicon? Yeah, germanium diodes conducts first. Why? Because it needs your cut-in voltage value is very low over there. Okay. Okay, so both are forward bias, so both can't conduct parallelly simultaneously. Parallel means both voltage must be same and both are different actually over here because of the material. So both can't conduct simultaneously. I mean at the same time. Okay, okay. So at first instant your germanium diode conducts. Okay, okay. So this is what the circuit. So what is your output voltage at the first time germanium diode conducts? So your output voltage is 12. So the point here is 0.3, 12 minus 0.3. So their output voltage is 12 minus 0.3, 11.7 volt. Okay. The next problem, find the output voltage V naught. Okay, for the given circuit. So the same concept here, the parallel combination of the diode. So must be same. So 0. The same here 0 0.7, 0 0.7. The what is your output voltage they are asking you to find. First, let us check with the first branch. Because the input given to two different circuits, two different diodes are different. So obviously at the output the voltage will also be different. So let us check. Okay, so 2 volt minus 0.7. So the voltage at this point, okay, voltage at this point is what? 2 minus 0.7, that is 1.3. and at this point the voltage at this point 4 minus 0.7 is 3.3. So at the same line we can't have a two different voltages. Okay, this is your same point. So at the same point we can't, it is impossible to have two different values. Okay, two different values. So obviously it tells you one diode is off and one diode is on. Let us assume this diode conducts. Okay, let us assume the diode D2 conducts and D1 is off. So if D2 is conducts, what is the value? 3.3. As I solved it over here, it is 3.3. So the same 3.3 is present over here. Okay, so the same 3.3 is present over here also. Why? Because we have considered that this diode is off. Okay, this diode is off and this diode is on. So the voltage here is 3.3. Now the same 3.3 is applied over here. Okay, 3.3. Okay, so now what is an answer? V naught is equal to 4 minus 0.7, it is 3.3. Okay, and why we are giving it as this 3.3? Because your output voltage is directly connected over here, so we are considering this. Okay, so these are the some of the simple problems under your diode. Okay, under the topic diode. Okay, so this is one of the very interesting question. Okay, it's very easy also. A voltage of 1000 sine omega t volt is applied across Y and Z. Okay, assuming ideal diodes. Assuming ideal diodes, the voltage measured across W and X in WX in volt is. Okay, what is the question? The voltage across W point and this X point. Okay, W point and this X point is what? What is the voltage? So options are A sin omega t plus mod sin omega t whole by 2, and C option sin omega t minus mod sin omega t the whole by 2, and D is 0 for all time period. Okay, okay, very easy question. If you just look at the circuit and if you just look at the option, you will be just very in a pathetic situation, or you will be more confused. Okay, but don't worry, it is a very easy question. Okay, so what is the first step is, first you need to find out which diode conducts and which diode does not conduct. Okay, so here it has been clearly given that your input voltage is 1000 sin omega t is applied between Y and Z. Okay, is applied between Y and Z 1000 sin omega t. So here the positive term. So positive, first here positive, consider the positive wave. Okay, and then you can go on to the negative wave. So case 1. Case 1 you just consider positive. So positive here. Okay, positive here now, obviously you are positive here, and here it is your negative. Okay, so here it is negative, positive and the negative. Okay, then you can interchange it. Okay, positive and negative. So positive, here negative. But positive means what does it diode? Diode cathode is positive, anode is negative. Obviously the anode is negative. So diode acts as open switch. And similarly here the negative. So here the anode is negative and the cathode is positive. So similarly the diode acts as an open switch. So all the diodes are open. So there is no output voltage. Okay. So for a positive cycle, there is no output voltage Vx and Vy, Vx and Vw. So there is no voltage Vx and Vx and Vw. Potential is 0. Now for a negative cycle. So for negative cycle means this is negative and this is positive. Okay, Vy is negative now and Vz is positive now. Okay, so negative and positive you just tell now. So negative. So negative means here the anode is positive, cathode is obviously negative. So it acts as a closed switch. Similarly, at this terminal, at this diode, okay, D3 and D4, at this stage, anode is positive and cathode is negative. So here D4 diode, anode is positive and cathode is negative. So D3 and D4 is also a closed switch, and D1 and D2 is also a closed switch. Okay, so all four are closed switch. Now what is the potential? Okay, so I have written clearly over here, all the four diode act as a forward bias, that is short circuit. Okay, okay. So now Vx. Now Vx is connected to what? Vx. Okay, Vx is connected over here. Vx is Vw. Okay, because we need to find out Vw and Vx. Okay, okay. So Vw is connected to what? Vz. Okay, the potential at this point. And And similarly, this Vz is also connected to Vx. Okay, so all the voltages here are same, all are interconnected, right? Like this. Similarly, X and Y voltage is same, this Y and W. Okay, so all are interconnected. So you can say it as Vx equal to Vz equal to VW. So obviously, what is an voltage they are asking you to find? They are asking, what is the question? They are asking you to find the voltage between VW and X. VW and X. So how we can write the expression? VWX. So VWX you can just write a VW minus VX. Okay, VW minus VX. So VW minus VX. So all are same value. So obviously 0. Okay, so at all times. So 0. VW minus VX 0. So option is D. So 0. So what is an voltage? 1000 sin omega t volt applied across Y and Z assuming ideal diodes. What is an voltage measured across this? Okay, it is always 0. Okay, so your correct answer is option D. Okay, so we'll see one problem under this Zener diode concept. Okay, okay. So the next question, in a circuit shown below, the knee current, okay, the knee current is nothing but your minimum current which has been required, okay, to diode on. That is your knee current. So in the circuit shown below, the knee current of an ideal Zener diode is 10 milliampere. To maximum 5 volt across the load resistance RL, the maximum value of RL in ohms and the minimum power rating of the Zener diode in millivolts respectively. So they are asking you the minimum and the maximum value. So these are the options. Okay. So knee current of the Zener diode they have given as 10 milliampere. So what I told you, knee current. So in to make your diode reaches a maximum value to this is your knee current. What time it reaches to a maximum, that is your knee current. Okay, 10 milliampere. So to find, what is the name? To find maximum load resistance and ohm and your minimum power, maximum power load resistance and minimum power in millivolt. Okay, fine. Okay, so as I told you, what is the knee current which is being given as by the notation I is it. Okay, I is it minimum. So the minimum current which is required to keep the Zener diode in a breakdown region. Okay, so what is the minimum condition, minimum current here? It has been given as 10 milliampere. Okay, so what is your load current? Your load, load output voltage has been taken across your load resistance, output resistance. Okay, so here it is be given as a parallel. Okay, so look at this. The voltage across here, the same voltage only you will be getting it over here. Here it is been given as defaultly 5 volt. So obviously output voltage is also 5 volt. Okay, okay. So next, the minimum, now what is the thing you need to find out? You need to find out your minimum resistance. Okay, the minimum resistance is possible when the load current is, what is the minimum value of the resistance when your load current is maximum. Okay, when a maximum current flows, what is the minimum value of resistance you get over here. Okay, so what is the total current over here? Total current is I, and the I is and the same I you are getting over here, and I is divided into 2. What Zener diode I is that, and towards the load resistance it is been divided as IL. So I just write it as I, total I is equal to IL maximum current, load current, plus your minimum Zener diode current. Okay, IL maximum plus I is at minimum. Okay, this you need to remember. Now what is the value of I? First you just find out the value of I. I is V by R, Ohm's law. So 10. Okay, and minus 5, because the potential over here you know is 5. Okay, 10 minus 5 divided by 100. Okay, so what is the current I? Now you have found out the current as 50 milliampere. Okay, now what is your I is at minimum? Your minimum is in knee current. Okay, it has been given in the question. I is at minimum is your knee current. So that is nothing but your 10 milliampere. So obviously you can find out, substitute, you can just, you know I, and you know I is at minimum. So you can just substitute the value in your I mean, you can just rearrange and you can just find out the load current maximum IL. So it is your 40 milliampere. Load current is 40 milliampere. Now substitute it. Okay, to find out the minimum value of load resistance. R is Ohm's law. R is equal to V by I. So V, you know, 5 volt output voltage 5 volt, and you know the load current which has been passing through your load resistance, that is IL, which is nothing but 40 milliampere. So you can just find, you have found out your R is 125 ohm. So in order to find out your power, what is the question they are asking? They are asking you to find out what to think minimum power in millivolts. Okay, so minimum power, you need to find out your minimum power. Okay, that is why we are using your minimum load. Okay, so okay, so what is an power? Power is equal to I into I z into V z. Okay, power dissipation. Okay, I z into V z. So what is power? PD. I is it into V is it. What is I is it? Your total current I from your equation. Okay. So we have found out that already 50 milliampere and your voltage is 5. So you just multiply and we get 250 milliwatts. Okay. So from this, it has been found out that your current as 125 and your I mean your power dissipation is 250. Here they in the option they didn't give any units, so no need of worrying about it. So it is like the combination of 125 and 250. So it is given as option B. Okay.